Just start from.
Om Shri Babaji Mahimatmane Namaha. Om Shri Babaji Ati Sundara Rupaya Namaha. Om Shri Babaji Mopamaya Vinashakaya Namaha. Om Shri Babaji Anantakala Sakshi Bhutaya Namaha.
Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samapraha Nirvignam Kurumi Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Namasturyaya Chandraya Mangalaya Udaya Cha Guru Shukra Shanivescha Rahuve Ketuve Namaha Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurve Namaha.
Inhale deeply with Va and exhale deeply with C. That's pranayama 7 times. Just you should not follow me through it. Mhm. Om. Om. Om Kriya Prajna. Om Kriya Prajna. Om Kriya Prajna. Mm. Om Shri Guru Padikaya Namah. 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 The deep down Kriya consciousness. Let's do the first pranayam. Inhale deeply with Va through Sushumna and exhale deeply. See. Follow me through 7 times. the deep transcendental three-eye consciousness. Let's do the second pranayama. Inhale deeply with Vata, Sushumna Nadi. Exhale deeply. See. Halfway through, follow me 7 times. The deep transcendental three-eye consciousness. Let's do the third pranayama. Inhale deeply with Vata and exhale deeply with a single breath. Follow me 7 times. The grace of our Guru Mata Babaji, and sincere prayers of many of the devoted souls in the world. Prayer, and because of the deep meditational power of a lot of siddhas, rishis all over the world, COVID-19 problem is going away. Death of Mother Nature. Let's completely let this completely go away from the humanity. It's still ringing around here and there. So let's do our prayer. Dhanvantri Maharishi, Srimada Babaji, and Lord Vishnu. Pray 7 times. Go ahead.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantriyaya Amrita Kalasha Hastaya Sarvamaya Vinasanaaya Trailokinadaya Shri Mahavishave Namaha.
Om Kriya Babaji Namo.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantriyaya Amrita Kalasha Hastaya Sarvamaya Vinasanaaya Trailokinadaya Shri Mahavishave Namaha.
Om Kriya Babaji Namo.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantriyaya Amrita Kalasha Hastaya Sarvamaya Vinasanaaya Trailokinadaya Shri Mahavishave Namaha.
Om Kriya Babaji Namo.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantriyaya Amrita Kalasha Hastaya Sarvamaya Vinasanaaya Trailokinadaya Shri Mahavishave Namaha.
Om Kriya Babaji Namo.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantriyaya Amrita Kalasha Hastaya Sarvamaya Vinasanaaya Trailokinadaya Shri Mahavishave Namaha.
Om Kriya Babaji Namo.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantriyaya Amrita Kalasha Hastaya Sarvamaya Vinasanaaya Trailokinadaya Shri Mahavishave Namaha.
Om Kriya Babaji Namo.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantriyaya Amrita Kalasha Hastaya Sarvamaya Vinasanaaya Trailokinadaya Shri Mahavishave Namaha.
Om Kriya Babaji Namo. Without rid of COVID-19 slowly, another problem has come up with collective consciousness. It's not in favor of the spiritual revolution, so we have this war and terror going on in some part of the world. People are still suffering. So let's again pray one prayer to Mahatma Babaji to get away from this terrorist kind of minds and the destruction of some of the pain of some of the souls in some part of the world there. So let's again pray Lord Bhairava sometimes. Om Swarnat Vijaya Vidmahe Sulahastaya Dhimahi Tano Kala Bhairavaya Prasodayadi.
Om Kriya Babaji Namo.
Om Swarnat Vijaya Vidmahi Sulahastaya Dhimahi Tano Kala Bhairavaya Prasodayadi.
Babaji Namo.
Om Sannat Vijaya Vidmahi Sulahastaya Dhimahi Tano Kala Bhairavaya Prasodayadi. Om Sannat Vijaya Vidmahi Sulahastaya Dhimahi Tano Kala Bhairavaya Prasodayadi. Om Swarnat Vijaya Vidmahi Sulahastaya Dhimahi No Kala Bhairavaya Prasodayadi. ॐ स्वर्णद्विजय विद्महे शूलहस्ताय धीमहि तन्नो कालभैरवाय प्रचोदयात्।
Om Kriya Babaji Namo.
ॐ स्वर्णद्विजय विद्महे शूलहस्ताय धीमहि तन्नो कालभैरवाय प्रचोदयात्।
Om Kriya Babaji Namo.
So with the help of Mother Babaji's blessings and guidance, we are all looking at Sivasutra. This Sivasutra has been translated into so many different languages, and we are going through some of the Tamil versions and then translating in English. If you have a chance, you can always Google through the Sivasutras in different formats also. So very helpful for us to understand the basics of all the different kind of meditation we do, all the tools we use to get in touch with this Paramatma. So let's continue. Small introduction from the last couple of classes.
We were talking about Shiva sutras and the different ways of answering Goddess Parvati's questions. And we were on sutra number 21, 22. And this was the technique where focusing on the mind. And this was one of the techniques talked about, 22 talked about the mind going back to sweet memories, where you go back one where to the place where you live. One has to focus on those thoughts with consciousness. Also focus on the thought with the objects used, trees around, home around. One focuses intently, there is a chance of also awakening through this method. For example, Lord Buddha, during his meditation, realizes all the 72,000 birds. This is the example of using this technique. Sutra number 23 focused on, talks about focusing on one object intently without looking at other objects around. Do not look at any other surrounding but the object, and at that point, at the highest concentration, leave that focused object also and assume that object is completely gone, and also the feeling of not seeing that object one has to get rid of. This is what is comparable to the dharana, dhyana, and the samadhi state, which is your mindless state. Put the consciousness there, and then thus vectorally can be observed and felt during that time. That was sutra number 23. Sutra number 24 talked about with the feeling of help, or whenever the feeling of help or anger comes towards another person, or it rises, or someone tries to instigate you, do not encourage that feeling and keep the mind in balance and always keep calm. Try to control that feeling and stay in the middle, and jnana can be achieved. That was sutra number 24. Sutra number 25 talks about when you are when you are intrusive in work to do something that is instigating you, stop it at that time, pause for a second, and then when another work comes through the feeling that also when you're doing it with intense passion, stop it. This tamba yukti that is achieved because you're doing of this intense feeling, one can also achieve uh, jnana. And that was 25.
Okay. So you went up to 25, right?
Yeah, you might want to repeat 25 again, please. Because I
Okay.
have something in the middle that I had gaps in that I couldn't fill up.
Okay, Sutra number 25 is about again action. Let me read that first and then we'll explain to as much as possible. ஏதாவது ஒரு செயலை செய்ய வேண்டும் என்ற உந்துதல் ஏற்பட்டு அதை செய்ய முயலும் போது திடீரென்று அதை செய்யாமல் நிறுத்து. ஏதேனும் ஒரு செயலை ஆர்வமுடன் செய்து கொண்டிருக்கும் போதும் திடீரென்று அதை செய்யாமல் ஸ்தம்பித்து நின்றுவிடு. இத்தகைய ஸ்தம்பன யுக்தியிலும் அதற்கு சுயப்பிரகாசம் தோன்றும். This is, I think, all these techniques essentially talks about making your mind under your control. Say, for example, here he says you are doing some work, some kind of action, and it is coming because the mind asks you to do it, right? Say, for example, you're going to make some coffee or tea because you feel like drinking in the morning. So you're going to do that action because the mind is asking you to do. Then, when you're doing it, Lord Shiva was telling, just stop it. Stop. திடீரென்று அதை செய்யாமல் நிறுத்து. Stop then and there. And same thing, if you are doing any of your work with so much eagerness and interestedness, you're so much interested in doing something. And again, your mind is asking to do, and you're doing it very interestingly. And then stop. It's Stambana Yukti. And Lord Bhairava calls it Stambana Yukti. Stambana Yukti. Stambana means stopping. Yukti, technique, right? Method. Or like say, perhaps some people will get even this awareness, suddenly, the present awareness. So when you are doing something with so much interest, with your mind's intention, mind is asking you to do, you are doing it, so you are passionate, and you're doing it, suddenly stop. So suddenly you come out of the control of the mind. Essentially, all these, I think, personally, I feel that this is getting over the control of your mind on you, that you have some control on the top of the mind. Any question on that?
No, I just wanted to ask. So, is he asking us to practice doing that?
Yeah.
Or is he asking
Yeah, he's
us
asking
to
to practice
stop
sometime.
and do what?
Don't do anything for a couple of minutes, and then do it. Just as a practice for.
That's what.
Yeah.
And what do you gain by doing that?
That your mind is asking you to do, but you're not doing it. Something beyond your mind.
Okay.
Yeah. So with the mind's interest, mind thing, you feel some kind of satisfaction once you finish certain things, right? The mind telling you.
Correct.
Sometimes the mind may tell you something which are not supposed to be done by some desires, some imprints, and this and that. We just follow as a slave. But by using some of these techniques, like, when you're doing much more interest you're doing, then you just stop. Just stay there for a minute.
And then continue.
Yeah, and then continue. It's like practice a technique to be aware of something beyond your mind, because we're all attached to the mind. We don't even know how to differentiate. We're identifying with ourselves, with our imprints, right? But by doing practice, meditation, pranayam and awareness and introspection, you are slowly getting out of all this identification, bodily identification, mental identification. That is one of the big problems many people cannot get out. You think mind is what you are, but your real nature is something beyond your mind. Mind is a combination of your imprint, your soul, and your present situation. You are brought up the way you are brought up, what you have been told by parents, teachers, community, society. So to transcend all of this, and then again live normally, like in awareness. This will really help slowly. So to take something out of that. So again, remember, it's all sutras.
Correct.
So you really need to explain, delineate, right? Explain. So I think my interpretation is this only. So you keep on doing different. This looks weird for us. Why should we stop and this and that? But there is a scientific basis to it. So that way you're not identifying your mind with yourself all the time. Okay, I can stop. So if something else comes, like you want to eat, you're not supposed to eat that. You just took your food and then you go to driving towards a restaurant. You like that place, you want to take some egg roll, something like that. You just took enough food and took a mango, and then you see another beautiful mango selling on the street. You want to buy it. already you have mango tree and you have everything here. So when that kind of desires come, you sometimes people do automatically go and buy, and then you say, why did I do this?
Correct.
Right? So in those situations, the awareness, something beyond your mind, will stop you.
If you practice.
Yeah, you practice, keep on practicing all this. And slowly you will also make you realize who really you are.
I see.
So that's some of the different
That's deep.
that I think that makes sense, right? Logically
makes
explaining.
sense,
Yeah. Vidata, you have any question on this, the sutra? Maybe she's not. She has.
No questions, Manoj.
Okay, yeah, okay, thank you. All right, so it's a different kind of sutra. They're normally difficult to understand. Okay, so that is Tantra 25. Tantra number 26. ஏதேனும் ஒரு ஆசை desire வெள்ளம் போல் பொங்கி வரும்போது அதன் வேகத்தை கவனி உடலும் மனமும் எந்த அளவிற்கு அந்த ஆசையை அனுபவிக்க தயார் நிலையில் உள்ளன என்பதை ஆழமாய் கவனி திடீரென்று அந்த ஆசையை தூக்கி வீசிவிட்டு வெளியே வா மனதை ஸ்தம்பிக்கவை another kind of ஸ்தம்பனம்.
Makes so much sense.
ஏதேனும் ஒரு ஆசை வெள்ளம் போல் பொங்கி வரும்போது, so any kind of desire, right? It comes as like a வெள்ளம் போல் எப்படி சொல்றது?
Keen desire.
Keen desire. It comes like a flood, right? Suddenly the flood comes in the very calm and quiet river, and then because of rainwater somewhere else, the flood comes right suddenly. Like that, when you are quite normal and doing this and that, normal, suddenly there's a desire comes like a flood, and you want to do that, right? Look at the speed of that thought. Speed of the thought. So you are getting aloof from that kind of thoughts. உடலும் மனம் எந்த அளவுக்கு அந்த ஆசை எனக்கு தயாரில்லை. So it's here your mind is also going behind that. Your physical body is also going behind that mind, right? So you want to get somewhere, you will start walking or running for the desire. Say for example, somebody is giving free money, everybody is running. There's a desire, right? So you just, before everybody, all the money is lost, you want to go run and get it. So just stop there. Just stop there. And look deeply why this desire is coming. Is it right or not? Can I go or not? And give your attention there. Just don't even do the desire. Just throw it off and come out. See, this is you might have seen this. I have seen this in Tiruvannamalai. Sometimes some of these siddhas, so-called siddhas and rishis, just walking around. You give them some money, they will look at it and then just throw it away and just keep walking. Anything you give them, some food you give, they don't even look at that. They keep walking. Some people smile at that. Some people will not take it. Even if you keep very close to them, you just leave as though nothing is there. For them, it is nothing. So they are beyond that. So just to prove that point. But we are naturally, even though we are money for for your basic necessities, even then, when there is a chance, when somebody is giving, yes, you want to take it. When there is a free thing, you want to take it, right? So that's kind of desire is always there. But this desire is talking about is like some desire which is coming like a flood, which is coming like a shock to you, right? So stop that kind of desire, right? So you like your favorite sweet, and it is not there. You are looking for it for a long time, and you're not getting it. And suddenly one day, you went to that shop and they have made it. There's a new person come and knows how to cook it. Sudden desire, oh, let me buy it and we see whatever it is, right? That kind of desire comes very fast, even without knowing that it's expensive or they can afford it, whatever. That time you may not have the money, but still you want to get it. You have it. So you're asking somebody so you can buy it. Desire, which that is because that mind and thought is going beyond your control. Your body, your soul, everything going behind it. to stop that, get away from all this attachment. That is why Bhairava is giving this technique. So get away from that desire. So start practicing on small ones, small desires. Say, for example, you want to eat, or you want to sleep, you want to do this. Get out from there. All right. So that means slowly you are practicing to get out of this control of this mind with you. Okay. I think that makes sense. And these are all a subtle way of controlling. When the flood of desire comes, you're stopping it. Right? Without awareness, it is coming. Then sometimes we'll just obey that. Normal people will just obey that desire. So that you want to stop. And then any action is coming, which is making you to do, then stop that action also. Alias sutras. Action, desire. Hope that's clear. Related to the own value. Okay, Tantra 27. உன் சக்தியெல்லாம் வெளியேறும் வரை கால் போன போக்கில் சுற்றி வா. இனிமேல் ஒரு அடிகுடு எடுத்து வைக்க இயலாத நிலையில் களைப்பின் உச்சத்தில் அப்படியே ஸ்தம்பித்து நிலத்தில் வீழ். உடலின் ஒவ்வொரு அணுவும் துடிப்பதை முழுமையாக கவனித்த வண்ணம் முழு விழிப்பு நிலையில் இரு. This is very difficult. So you keep on walking into something, right? Running, keep on walking. And your energy should be completely out. You just cannot even take a step anymore, right? So all your energy is gone, and you keep on walking. And beyond that particular stage, you can't even walk. You can't even keep a step away, keep a step forward. This is the height of tiredness, right? This is the height of tiredness. You just drop down. Or just lie down. Or just sit somewhere. Sure it's possible. And then look at your body. Be aware what is going on within your body. Look at it. So you can feel the nadis pumping, right? Pumping the blood, and you can really feel the presence of your nadis and energy, and you are going to inhaling deeply to get more pranic energy, more oxygen. That is the time you can be aware of all the cells in your body, all the tissues, and be முழு விழிப்புணர்வில் இருக்கிறாய். It means be with complete awareness. I think Buddhists follow this technique sometimes. They have a walking meditation technique. I have done it. And they still follow it. They will ask you to keep each and every step with awareness. Very slow. One step, you are aware. I'm taking another step. One step, aware. So that kind of awareness technique they use. And because many things we do without even awareness, we just keep on doing it.
Including driving sometimes.
Yeah, automatically certain things you do. You don't even know you have done certain things. You've done it, what you're supposed to do, but then you're not sure that you're doing it or not. Because many things we do, just mind says you do it. So just to stop, this is another technique where you have complete control of your own awareness, body awareness. So usually if you get this kind of tiredness, what you usually do, just lie down and automatically you go to sleep, right? Take rest. But Lord Bhairava is telling us to be awake during that time, and look at So again, this kind of awareness and looking at yourself, you are looking beyond the physical body, beyond your normal mind. So go above all this. Because we all have this awareness, it comes sometimes, but we don't practice it. We don't practice it to come into the real life. Some people get it naturally, and then they don't even know why they are looking at their own self, right? But that is a good thing because of the past imprints and karmas. Some people get it naturally, and then they also think, why am I looking differently? But normal people, they never realize this, that at a point where your energy is completely gone, and when you're tired, You just sleep or take rest and you forget yourself. But here, Lord Bhairava was telling, come back to awareness, and this is a good time to look at all your cells, tissues, and your own mind and everything. It is possible. Because that kind of awareness, which is beyond your mind, which is beyond your body, can be touched at this time. That's Mahakarana body, essentially. Beyond mind, beyond everything. So, essentially, as I was talking about those 5 different kinds of bodies, we never use some of these, like beyond Sthula body and beyond Annamaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha. Beyond that, many people don't use the other bodies. Vijnanamaya Kosha, some people use it. Those who are smart sometimes, naturally, imprints. We always tell them, oh, he is very smart, he is this and that. But that kind of body is there, everybody. We're not opening it and using it. Same way, beyond Vijnanamaya Kosha, all of us have Anandamaya Kosha body. So that is the one which is controlling everything. We also call Mahakarana body internal, right? So that is the one who can watch your own mind. That is the one who can watch your own thoughts. So that's the practice of all this. I think if you look at that angle, it will be easy to understand. So keep practicing. That will be part of you. That fifth body, the Mahakarana body, will be part of you. So most of the saints, rishis, they are all with that awareness all the time. That is why for us, they look different. Sometimes they don't look at us, keep walking and eyes are shining, but you don't know where they are. They are in the Mahakarana body most of the time, in the Anandamaya Kosha. But they are aware. Go and touch them, they can open it. They can talk to you, but they are still aware. So for people like us, normal family people, sometimes like us, we never use those kind of bodies. And to make the awareness, all is taken is given by Siddhas through Lord Bhairava. Again, to go beyond the human nature, all this helps. So that's what Parvati is asking him, right? How can I see you? How can I be there and everything? So that is where he is. The Shivam, Lord Bhairava, Lord Shiva, we also called in the nature of, in the science of nature, Vedatri Maharishi says, Iruppu Nilai, Iekku Nilai. Iruppu Nilai means something which is static. Iekku Nilai means moving state. So, if you really need to be aware of that Iruppu Nilai, static state, you have to do all this. Beyond action should go. Because that's, the whole nature is filled up with this. Iruppu Nilai, Iekku Nilai. There is a static state which we are not aware of. There is a moving state, Shakti. They also call Shivam and Shakti. All the time. So static state we can only realize through meditation. Through some of these practical techniques we keep on doing, then it comes to awareness all the time. I think that makes a little bit of sense, more sense. Look at that in terms of these Annamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, and then finally Anandamaya Kosha. So awareness, using it. There's a question that I'll kill, otherwise I'll keep going. Okay, you have any question? Okay. All right, we go to Tantra number. Solriliya, Nivedita? You're okay? I think in the computer one, there's something wrong with the audio. Just spoke? You heard it?
Yeah.
You got it? Okay.
No question.
Okay.
Yeah, now it was muted for now. Now it's fine.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just telling you that we are just going continuously. If there's any question, any of the sutras, just stop me there. So.
Oh, okay, Kandipa. Thanks.
Okay. So that's 27. Then you're going to go to sutra number 28, right? Okay. Are you going? Look at the time. Okay. So these sutras, if you really look at it, they are all related to each other, right? Different ways.
I see that they are broken down into, I was just looking at it, they are broken down into several, we can classify them. Because he's slowly first moving from there from how to get the transcendent and then how to control of mind. I think it's going in
So
sequence.
that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It does
People
have a pattern to it.
how to get in touch with the Anandamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha. I mean, the Mahakarana body, and then get it to your everyday life. Aware of this. So we can touch it in meditation and deep. And then we don't, like Kriya consciousness, that's what you're telling. Yeah, right? That to get into real life is a difficult thing. Like we pray and this and that, but then after half an hour, 1 hour, it's gone with you from you.
Right.
So these techniques will keep you permanently in that state, right?
Yeah.
All right. So in Santra number 28, உன் வலிமை எல்லாம் சிறிது சிறிதாக இழந்து கொண்டு வருவதாக கருதிக்கொள். உன் அறிவும் சிறிது சிறிதாக மங்கிக் கொண்டு வருவதாக கருதிக்கொள். உன் ஆற்றலையும் உன் அறிவையும் இழந்து நிற்கும் அந்த நிராதரமான நிலையை ஆழமாய் உணர்ந்தபடி கடந்து செல். Okay. Says, உன் வலிமையை எல்லாம் சிறிது சிறிதாக இழந்து கொண்டு வருவது. So you're losing your strength. Imagine that you are losing your strength completely, little by little. You are losing. Again, this is only imagination. Then உன் அறிவையும் சிறிது சிறிதாக மங்கிக் கொண்டு வருவதாக கருதிக்கொள். Your knowledge, okay, your knowledge, intelligence also going down and down and down. You can't think, you can't do anything. உன் ஆற்றலையும் அறிவையும் இழந்து நிற்கும் அந்த நிராதரனுடைய. So you are losing your strength, you are losing your intelligence. Okay, that is what you had it before also, right? You keep on walking until you completely are tired, no energy. Same here you're not doing it, but you're thinking, right? Just imagining. You completely lost your energy, you have no intelligence, nothing. You're artificial innocence. You're trying to make artificial innocence. Like a child, he cannot move all the different organs, hands and legs, everything he can't use. And also the experience is not there, right? No knowledge and intelligence has been grown up. Even brain is not developed that much. And that is why the innocence is still there, right? So it's the same way you are practicing yourself. You don't have energy, you don't have intelligence. And then the Niradarana, like, that means there is no support for yourself. Non-support, unsupport, Niradara. Adaravana support, Niradarana opposite.
It's not helpless.
It's kind of helplessness. Supportlessness. Yeah. You're just on your own. No support, no parents.
So helpless.
Yeah, helpless.
Helpless.
Feel that stage and go deep aware. See, why he's asking us to do is ultimately going deep there is a support for us. So we sometimes by nature, by imprints, certain things happen in life, and then you feel that certain helplessness. You're depending on your parents, depending on your spouse, depending on your children. And when mentally you are aware that they're not supporting you, then you are going to be.
That's the inner strength.
Right. That's what he's telling you.
That you get the awareness because
Inner
of the
strength.
helplessness.
Yeah. So that time you completely are depressed. You don't know what to do, right? But Bhairava was telling us, you practice yourself, because when you are in that stage, normally you practice this, you will be aware there is some inner support is there for you. Because he's asking us to watch carefully that time. Watch yourself. There's some basis on which our whole soul is functioning. Our Jivatma functions with some support, which we don't know.
Beyond
your awareness.
Yeah, sometimes we feel, how did I manage? If you look back, how did I manage to do that when there was nothing?
That time you thought nothing is there.
Nothing was there.
Something happened and then.
But that happened without awareness. He's saying to do this with awareness.
Yeah. Some people will get through this by pure bhakti. Whatever happens is going to help me.
Devotion.
But it's very difficult to get this in the modern world, right? Because the intellect has gone and logical mind has gone difficult. So since we are all trying to go Jnana path, right? He's asking us to do this. Feel that completely you are helpless, nothing, then look at. They have that mental stage. I remember Ramana Maharshi, I don't know whether you have seen, very close to in his ashram, they have a big slab which says how he realized himself. First time when he was only a 16-year-old boy or something. Somebody died in his family, right? And he wants to know what really happened to his soul, what happened to this person. It's so innocent, right? So those days, of course, now 16-year-old is, everybody aware, but those, I'm talking about 40s, 30s, right? So, so you really want to know what happened. So what he does is go to his room, close the door, and then he's lie down, and he's imagining that his soul is gone. He's dead. Just lie down like that. Then he lie down like this for a long period of time. What's happening to you? What's happening to me? No, my soul is not there. That is why who am I is an important lesson for him. And he's teaching. So then he realized something at that stage. Because he's already such a good imprint. He was I'm sure he was a Siddha Rishi in the last birth itself. So he has so much. So one session of lying down like that will kindle his awareness who he is and what he's supposed to do and what he does. And after that, only he left Madurai and then he came to Tirunelveli. And then he stayed there and never moved from that place. He just stayed there completely. So even looking at that, and when your soul, you know that your soul is gone, no support, nothing. But then you feel who really you are. Right? That's why his important teaching is ask the question, who am I? Keep on asking. And he's making us to realize yourself. Now, some saints like Vedatri Maharshi, Mahesh Yogi, what they do, their job is to explain properly who are you according to the scripts. Then make you understand. Okay? So they talk about Namaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, they talk about Sula body, Kali body, and all those things. And then you trust them and then keep on practicing yourself. Right? So these are all different techniques by which you get awareness of that Anandamaya Kosha, that Mahakarma body, which is still there. Everybody is going around, and some days when the good karmas are coming, when planets are in the right position, even for you, it happens. Suddenly you think something happens. You think of somebody, they call you, right? Whatever you wanted, something happened, and you always feel, oh, I wish it's like this all the way. It's not going to be. But again, those are all the times when your soul is very close in contact with the Paramatma, or Mahakarma. So this sutra essentially makes you practice that the connection between the Jivatma and the Paramatma. You need to be aware. So it comes to your real experience. So this is another technique. When you completely lose your energy, because people think that their strength, their knowledge that's what they are. But they don't know that it will go away someday. Only they realize only when it's gone. Maybe say 80, 90, when the energy is gone, the memory is gone, everything is gone. So at that time they go into depression and then dementia, and then they don't know what to do. But if they keep on practicing this, their strength will be there with the Paramatma, because they are part of it. Aham Brahmasmi will be staying with them, whatever it is. That's why you can see some people who are even that old, they're very sharp. You'll be amazed. So that day we saw Rangacharya, right? How sharp he was for the age. So that's how it is, because they're deeply into it. It happens to people who are doing some of the rituals and this thing regularly and all those things. What happens? Those who are in bhakti, very strongly they have the faith, right? Nobody can change their faith. They have what happened to them. And those who attain this through jnana also, they know the truth, they know the reality. It also happened to them. And the karma yogis also happen, because they know whatever happens, they keep on doing duty. Because that's how the karma yogi is. They keep on doing their service to others, service to the body, service to the soul, service to the mind, and service to the Lord. So they also realize that. So the intelligence is sharp right there. But in different ways of doing it. That's why in some of the ashrams I've seen, these devotees, the guru will make them to work so hard. So that even you feel bad for them, right? They work so hard and then can be tired and they go. Only they get into 2-3 hours of sleep. And people,
That's a typical example, yeah, because in ashram you really have to
yeah,
work so much, and then suddenly you realize when you're falling asleep.
yeah, they have been given some techniques. And of course, some people complain about that too. I think I remember, I think Sadhguru was talking about that once about this. And stopping the desire of drinking coffee. He will ask people to stop drinking coffee, at least when you're here. So this is one of the examples. So at least test yourself whether you're going beyond the desires or not. Some people will really trust him, want to follow him, they will try. Okay? Some people will cheat. It's a big deal. So again, all these, again, you can relate them easily, how they are related. Okay, where are we?
28 finished.
28
You finished 29.
29, okay. Yeah. So losing your strength and losing your awareness and knowledge, just without helplessness, feel deeply and aware of your own self. Okay, that is the beyond unandabadi kadand self. You are going beyond that helplessness. Then you will see there's a permanent help always there for you. To aware. That's our main question. See, once you realize that is then you feel so happy that you are aware that something is there always with me. It's a completion, right? It's a practice. Okay. Tantra number 29. எந்த எதிர்பார்ப்புமற்ற குழந்தைத்தனமான பக்தியை பழகிக்கொள். இறைவன் மீது என்றில்லை, நாள்தோறும் நீ பயன்படுத்தும் பொருளை கூட பக்தியோடு கையாளலாம். சூரியன், சந்திரன், பூமி, தாவரங்கள் என எல்லாவற்றின் மீதும் பக்தி கொள். உரிமை உணர்ச்சியுடன் அவற்றை பழகு. பக்தி உன்னை விடுதலை செய்யும். This is another way of bhakti with awareness. Jnana Yoga and Bhakti Yoga comes together here. But again, Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, we mainly go for forms of gods and goddesses, right? What we know. But here we are doing non-physical other physical objects also, which is non-living also. Okay. So you are going to so innocence like a child. Okay, innocence like a child. Have it and then start practicing bhakti. Iravan meedu endillai. So in Bhakti Yoga, you are putting your innocent faith and trust in love and everything to gods, right? Goddesses. You don't need to do here, but Lord Bhairava was telling, Nadur ni painbadutthum porulai. You can use everything you see every day, like your sun. You can see moon, you can see earth, the plants around you, okay? Like Dorsi plant, right? It's one of the plants which are holy to you. Plants, Ilavatnul Bhakti Kod. So you have some bhakti to them. Urimai unatchu now have some belonging with them, as though it is part of your family, right? Your own friend, your own father, your own mother, your own child, right? So you have that relationship, bhakti, and parhit. Urimai unatchu now and the bhakti unnai vidudalai seyyum. So that kind of bhakti towards other things, you will give freedom beyond your selfishness, freedom beyond your taking care of yourself alone, right? I have to be safe. My protection should not be gone, right? Something like that. Those are all not innocence. So we forgot those innocence, which is there naturally. Only with that innocence, we can go beyond yourself, right?
That's what Vallalavar says.
Body body. Yeah. So he feels as though that is part of him. So those and all comes to the higher level source automatically, right? So this sutra says to practice, right? Just like in meditation, we are practicing to go deep. Kadavul, right? That's the real meaning. Kadavul means Kadavul. You're going inside. It's a practice. So when the practice is complete, then you really are gone from beyond yourself. Right? Same thing, you practice looking at plants, some favorite things for you, sun, non-physical objects, everything. Be very close to them, right? Like, and then go beyond, go beyond. So one practice of going beyond what you are thinking yourself, what you are identifying yourself, your own physical body, your own mind, your own intellect, your own accomplishments, to go beyond that, okay, the innocence. So that's 29 questions. I think all of you okay. Many of the sutras I think very similar. So related, a little bit later. Should you have time for one more?
Yeah.
Okay. So Sutra number 30. இறுக்கம் இன்றி தளர்வாய் ஏகாந்தமாய் அமர்ந்து கொள் கண்களை மூடிக்கொண்டு மனத்தின் துணையுடன் உன் உள் உறுப்புகளை உச்சந்தலை முதல் உள்ளங்கால் வரை அணு அணுவாய் கவனி மனத்தின் எண்ண ஓட்டங்களையும் அணு அணுவாய் கவனி உனது உள் இருப்பையும் உள் உறுப்புகளையும் ஆராய்ந்தால் உண்மையான உடல் மன இயல்பை உணர்ந்து கொள்வாய். So again, going inside, that's what கடவுள், going inside. இருக்குமின்றி தளர்வாய். You've been completely relaxed. So nothing is bothering you. You're completely relaxed. There's no restriction to the body or mind. Talarvai, complete relaxation. You feel you are complete relaxation. Yegandamai amandugo. Okay, without any inhibition, anything, just be free. That's it, completely free. Kangalai mud, close your eyes. And manathin tunai gundu. So only you and your mind. That's it. Completely relaxed. And you're closing your eyes. You're only with your mind. Nothing else. The thing you can do is after meditation, it will be very easy. This kind of practice. Then manathin tunai gundu, you start looking at your all the different organs one by one, right from the head. Chandalai mudal ullangal varai. So right from the top of the head all the way to the feet. Not only outside, inside also. All the ulurupukkalai. Gavani. Anuva gavani, little bit. You can see, look at the hair, skull, bone, brain, tissues, whatever you know, neurons, whatever you could remember. And slowly go to your spinal cord. Like that, little bit. Go as much as you know, go down inside. And then you also come to your thoughts. Look at your own thoughts. What you're thinking. Where is it going? You are little away from everything. A little away from your physical body you're watching. You are going away from your thoughts you're watching. Okay? உள் இருப்பையும் ஆராய்ந்தால் உண்மையான உடல், you will really realize what you really are. Slowly you come to realize, because you will definitely know at a deeper, it's a kind of meditation also. You definitely will know that you are something beyond this physical body. You are something beyond this, even mind and thoughts. Okay, so that's the practice. You are going to look at very carefully, little by little, and then you are going to look at your mind also, and even the origin of the mind. Where is it coming from? So when you keep on analyzing the thoughts, you'll really get back there. Okay, that is why Vedanta Maharshi always was introspection. Look at your mind. Enni ennil inide payakkum ennathil ennamayiru. That means you be in your thought thinking about it. Ennathil ennamayiru. That means that way, if you keep on looking at it, one day you will get the control of your thoughts. One day you can go beyond your physical body. One day or other, we are all going to be away from the physical body, right? So by practicing this, you really understand the reality of yourself. Come to yourself. Udal mana iyalbai unarந்து கொள்வாய். Reality of the physical body, reality of the mind, reality of the thought, everything you will understand with this practice. So it's a kind of meditation. Relax, close your eyes, and then look at everything. That's why in some of the meditation technique, when they're relaxing, they will always tell you, right from the head. I think Yoga Nidra, they always practice this.
Yeah, so about to ask.
Yeah. Yoga Nidra also they practice first. They will say your eyebrows, eyes, nose, everything. Listen, completely relaxed. So you go little bit, little bit. That means slowly you're going beyond. Then the techniques are going to pranamaya kosha, manamaya kosha, everything. That is how it is. And this is how the technique comes in. So you go beyond, so different koshas you go, and then you finally end up with Anandamaya kosha, Mahakarana body. Okay? Questions? Okay, 10 minutes.
Yeah, yeah.
10 minutes. Okay, I think I will stop in this sutra, that is sutra number 30. We are up to 30. So we'll go ahead and do everything. And yeah. Is that the question to come again? Any of the sutras?
Feeling one of her. Thank you.
All right. Let's do some pranayam then. Om Namah Shivaya.
There is a pattern. I'm noticing there is a pattern.
Pattern, right? Yeah. I think the question he was asked, she was asking also the same.
That is how it is kind of related to the question.
Our questions
I
to
think, yeah, that's a pattern that he's answering with that. I think
where are you?
third question or some, which is the axle. I think that's where he's getting to.
So where are you? How can I see you? How can I realize you?
Mhm.
Right, that's what she asked him, right? So she's telling because the whole Prabhanja is him, right? Prabhanja is Lord Shiva's creation, Almighty creation. So he's everywhere, including yourself. So to access this, he's giving all this different. Even though it looks like for a normal unquestioning and non-spiritual mind, it doesn't make any
I
sense.
think you have to put the way you use this sutra, according to me, what I'm understanding is practice in such a way as you go through the sutras, but look at the bigger picture.
Yeah.
And that is how you will get the answers to what you're seeking in terms of.
Yeah, you're not going to be slaves of all the normal mind and normal things people are always
So
going
you
through.
practice and then you would look at bigger picture and apply it to the bigger picture. And that's when you will expand and with awareness. I think that's what
So
I
meditation is not only just sitting and being, you can do anytime, anywhere, in different ways to make your awareness go beyond mind and acting or living with that awareness of the Mahakarana body. That's what everybody's doing. And all the rishis were doing, to the different practices. But they ask us to do with the Jnana Yogi, to live with that, kind of awareness
realize
and
it,
practice.
stay there, so that way you will be able to answer or look at the Prabhanja in a better manner.
In a better way to have a practicing in normal life also. And that is what people get into trouble, right? They know meditation, after meditation everything is good, and then when it comes there everything is gone. So you can do it. But yeah, these are the techniques which many of the spiritual teachers use in different forms, including Buddha and including many other Maharshis, many other
But
Siddhas.
you have to dissolve in that. The Uranu.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you have to be aware of it at every given second, which is very difficult in a normal.
I don't think it is possible. Yeah, it is a little. It's a
not
challenge.
impossible, but it is quite challenging.
It's a challenge.
To live in that state of awareness.
Right. That is why he's asking us to
Right.
practice
Mhm.
little by little, even small things, desire, action, walking, normal activities. So if you see some of the ashrams, if you go there, they'll be practicing many of these.
Correct.
I've seen people practicing this. And of course, they are dedicated people. People think that's only for people as those swamis and those who are completely out of life. But it's really not true. It is for everybody. It's for everybody. And there are people living there like this a long period of time, right? But of course, when Kali Yuga goes beyond certain things, certain changes and transformation, people forget Forget, even they didn't even believe this are possible. They didn't even believe this all exists, first of all. I forget about. So again, we can't blame them. I'm sure nature has its own reason. But that's why this kind of treasure is not realized by people, right? So very, very deep things. Anyway, all right, let's complete. Thanks to Babaji for giving us this deep knowledge again through the Sivasutra. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Shivaya Namah Navasima. Mavayana Sisiya Namava Vashimaya Navo Shivaya Namah
Mavayana Sisiya Namava Vashimaya Navo
Shivaya Namah
Mavayana Sisiya Namava Vashimaya Navo
Shivaya Namah
Mavayana Sisiya Namava Vashimaya Navo
Shivaya Namah
Mavayana Sisiya Namava Vashimaya Navo
Shivaya Namah
Mavayana Sisiya Namava Vashimaya Navo
Shivaya Namah
Mavayana Sisiya Namava Vashimaya Navo
Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Shivaya.
Thank you. Nga.
Thank
Have a
you.
nice night.
Come sometime, Vanessa.
Yeah, கண்டிப்பா வரேங்க.
Okay, I'll see you then.
Okay.
You all. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.